Faced with crimes against humanity charges and another electioneering year around the corner, nothing would please Deputy President William Ruto and his political supporters more than his acquittal.
The International Criminal Court is now in session.
His defense team was today trying to convince the judges that given the prosecution's evidence, he has no case to answer.
The vehicle of their case can't carry the weight of evidence. The chassis is broken and the wheels have come off. That's our submission.
The prosecution, according to the defense, got the charges confirmed primarily on the basis of an alleged network behind the violence, with Ruto shown to be at the top of its hierarchy.
But this was the organogram the prosecution showed in their opening speech as slide 12. There it was, 5 components. Looks a pretty picture. Quite organized. Mr. William Ruto was the target in the center, and all roads leading not to Rome, but to William Ruto. So it makes a good story for an opening speech. But, Your Honour, what's happened to this network? Staggering, we say, and revealing. A disappearing act.
The defense further says all 11 meetings the prosecution insisted led to the formation of the network no longer existed by the close of its case.
All gone. Every last one of them. Your Honours have an opportunity to decide, when deliberating the merits of this application, as to whether or not those evidential lacuna, those gaps, are so pervasive that no reasonable trial chamber could convict.
The prosecution, Khan argued, had put through a stereotype in its quest to make its case stronger about Kenyans and their voting patterns and how ethnicity is a powerful political tool.
Say, well, this is Kenya. It's tribes. People are all voting on tribes. It's not as simple as that. There's not 42 political parties in Kenya. There's 42 tribes.
The Sang defense team accepted that politics largely tended to run across ethnic lines. Are you saying something different now?
I am.
Granted that violence broke out in 6 out of 8 regions in Kenya, the prosecution impressed on the judges that the violence in Rift Valley was far more vicious and led to the death of 205 people in Uasin Gishu alone. The reason, the prosecution argued, was because the network was alive and active in Rift Valley and wanted to sweep the region clean of PNU supporters.
If there is a well-oiled machine, guns, weapons, planning, targeting, against civilians.
And well-oiled machine is the expression used by the prosecution.
Indeed, the prosecution.
Yes,
Your Honour, I'm trying to parody it.
Right.
But the well-oiled machine that they contend, one would expect a well-oiled machine to result in at least a significant disparity in numbers between the armed force and the civilian population. It's a reasonable assumption, we say. But we say that no reasonable trial chamber could come to the conclusion that of a well-oiled machine when the well-oiled machine suffers more losses than the civilian population.
After hearing submissions from all parties, the bench may give an indication of when to expect the ruling on the no case to answer motion. It certainly will be the next most anxiously awaited ruling after the confirmation of charges ruling back in January 2012. Sylvie Chebet, Citizen TV, at the International Criminal Court in The Hague, Netherlands.